According to a recent study, 90% of our lives is spent living indoors, but when we spend most of our time inside in bad environments, it leads to more stress, more smoking, more drinking. When an effort was made to fix that in the workplace, it led to 10% increase in productivity. So why not at home? Imagine what it would look like if you, your neighbors, or the entire community put a focus on wellness at home. There's never been an answer for that until now. Welcome to Jubilee. The mission of Jubilee is to answer the core question, how can we create a community to navigate the stress and negativity of everyday life? Jubilee is the first wellness community in Texas that puts a major focus on everything about the residents' well-being. And I mean every single aspect, from the amenities all the way to the details of every single house that's built in this community. When it comes to wellness in residential homes, there's actually a real building standard called the WELL program. And there are a number of advisors that ensure each and every single home in this community is up to those standards. In fact, there are 3 main standards that allow you to biohack your home and make these homes certified. So while I talk about these standards and how you can do it in your own home, I'm gonna highlight some of my favorite homes in these communities, just in case this one's for you. But first, let's talk about the amenities. There are a ton of studies that talk about the importance of actually being outside, so I won't bore you with them, but that's why we're actually starting out here. Now we are very early phase, so we're gonna have to use our imagination a little bit, some of the renderings that I'll post up, but the amenities out here are really unique. Now there's a huge focus on what they call wellness zones. There are 4 wellness zones in particular that are very unique to this community. The first one is going to be the exploration zone. That's nestled by a peaceful waterway, and it's really a place that you can kind of explore your community. There's a ton of walkways and trails to enjoy the scenery. The next is going to be the reflection zone. Now, if you need a break from the hustle and bustle, just places you can sit, relax, meditate, just be one with yourself. There's also the inspiration zone, which is gonna be lots of playgrounds, parks for kids to really get more engaged. And lastly, the connection zones. I'm actually in one of the connection zones now, which is just a place where you can gather, hang out. When there's much more amenities, they're gonna be hosting a ton more events for people to connect and have a really great time. Now let's talk about the community itself. Now we're northwest of Houston in Hockley, Texas. Now we're along 290 freeway, and it's right next to Cypress if you're familiar with the Houston suburbs. And we're about 30 miles or so away from Bush Airport, same distance away from downtown Houston. So it's pretty much seated as far away from the hustle and bustle, but close enough that you're not completely in the middle of nowhere. There's a ton of other amenities that I can't really show you here that are in the works, so I'm just gonna read them off. They've got 30 acres of parks, 270 acres of green space and waterways. They've got tons of walking trails, a future resort style pool, like you love in some all the communities that we show you guys, a community garden, future dog park, sports courts like tennis courts, pickleball courts, splash pads, tons of different things here. But luckily, these model houses are actually done, so I get to show you guys some of that and talk about the first standard to biohack your home. Come on. It is no surprise that the water is not as clean as we actually want it to be. Now, the tap water can have tons of different things, lead, arsenic, other minerals and chemicals that are very harmful to your health. Now, that's why the first standard to biohacking your home and well living is going to be the water filtration systems. Now, every single house has a built-in system that removes up to 99% of the toxins when it comes to your drinking water or cooking water or anything. Now, I am here in a Coventry home. Now, this home specifically has this system, as you can see here. And let's kind of talk a little bit about this house. Now, we are in the Elgin. It's a technically 4-bedroom, 2-bath, but this has been upgraded a little bit, so I'll show you guys a little bit about that. But just want to talk a little bit about Coventry. Coventry has been building houses since 1988. And for me, this house, this floor plan specifically, is the best bang for your buck in this entire community. So you know I had to start with this one. Come on. Yeah, so this is the Elgin. This is the best bang for your buck. This plan actually starts for $388. So not too many houses in this community specifically are under 400K. Right now I'm in here, which is a little bit of an upgrade because this is supposed to be the 4th bedroom, but it's actually converted into a study, which is kind of a nice setup because by having this study conversion, it actually adds a ton of space into your kitchen. So let's kind of head back into there. But actually before we do that, we also have an additional powder room upgrade right here. So if you need that half bath. And of course we are back in the kitchen. And like I mentioned, the bedroom over here, because it was converted to a study, you have a ton more space in your pantry right here. And of course you still have a couple of your other secondary bedrooms. But before we do that, we've got this living kind of dining room combo, real open setup, so it just makes the house feel and flow a little bit better. This floor plan is actually just under 2,000, so it's 1,896 square feet, and it's a really big and a little bit more expansive feeling 1,896 square feet than you normally would think. Let's check out the secondary bedrooms. So right over here, our first secondary bedroom, real nice size, I believe. In the closet here, you've got a nice walk-in, pretty spacious. And then the bathroom right over here. This is the shared bathroom for the other secondary bedrooms. And then you've also got a very similar sized secondary bedroom over here as well, so it's a good mirror. Kids aren't fighting about who has the bigger bedroom or anything like that, but they may fight about who has a bigger closet because this one is just a little bit smaller than that one. And let's start off with heading outside to the covered patio, because a house that is a really good bang for your buck in a community like this, it's nice to know that you get a really decent sized covered patio, and the lot sizes, really nice sizes as well. But let's go ahead and check out the primary bedroom over here. So my favorite room, obviously the primary bedroom. And I love here that every single one of the houses in this community, they've actually got pre-wiring in at least one of the rooms for these nice blackout shades. So it's crazy bright outside right now, but these blackout shades, even just at half, really tone things down and really just make this primary bedroom a little bit warmer and a little bit more calm than it normally would be. Now let's check out the primary bathroom. This one, they've opted for this very long extended shower, stand-up shower. Me personally, I don't take baths, so this would probably be how I would set it up. I mean, of course, I love me a nice soaking bath, but to be able to have a nice freestanding shower that is this size, I would much rather prefer something like that. Now let's check out the walk-in closet. For a house that's under 2,000 square feet, this is a huge walk-in closet for sure. But being in here makes me want to talk about the second standard, which is the lights. Did you know that overexposure to bright lights outside of your normal rhythms increases your chances of cancer? And that's why every home here puts a major focus on the lights. Now, this is a lighting system by Jasco that actually mimics the sun indoors and mimics your natural circadian rhythm. So right now it is almost 12 o'clock. You see it's really bright lights. Whenever it turns to 8 o'clock, the lights are gonna look like this, right? By doing something like this, it really resets that kind of pattern interrupt that we as humans put ourselves in because of the different work schedules that we have, because of all the screens that we have on our phones, and it allows us to adjust as nature had intended. So this home here actually has it. So let's take a look at the rest of it. Oh, wait. All right, come on. Okay, let's start from the front. Now we are in a Chesmar home. We've sold plenty of these houses over here. This is the Hillcrest floor. This is the Hillcrest floor plan, and man, I love this one. That's a really great single story floor plan if you're looking for a lot of space, but you don't want the 2 stories. So let's start over here in the secondary bedroom area. So right over here, you've got 2 secondaries. You got one over here and one on this side, and they're pretty great sizes, honestly. Now, the Hillcrest, it is a 2366 square foot floor plan, and we've got 4 bedrooms in this one. This actually could have been more of like an optional game room setup, but they've opted for the bedroom. A lot of people actually do opt for the bedroom. You got the shared bathroom right here with the secondary. This right here is dope. This right here is dope. Look at that. Your kid having a nice neon sign. I wish I had that. Let's check out the rest of it. Now, we've also got the other secondary bedroom. This is more of the private one, so older child, in-law, or just a guest bedroom right here. Really good size. The closet's also a really nice size as well. Nice walk-in over here. And then you've got your own ensuite bathroom. Well, not ensuite, but your own private bathroom right over here. This right here would technically be your garage, but right now it is the design center, as you can see. Now, while we're here in the design center, I kind of want to highlight a really big aspect about Chesmar that I really love. Now, they have more of like this no smoke and mirrors approach to whenever you buy a house. So this model home right here is not going to be very far off from what it would cost to build a house. They add a ton of features already as standard, as opposed to some of the builders saying, hey, you can build this house for $400,000 or up to $500 because of all the upgrades. All right, so we've got the kind of dining room in this area right here. You saw me in the kitchen, really beautiful open kitchen setup right here. You've got a nice walk-in pantry on this side as well. Now right over here would be the office setup. We won't show you that, it's being used by the builder's rep. But so let's come on and check out the outside real quick. So coming outside, you've got this patio right over here. Now, all the ones that are available right now are gonna have a patio setup like this. They're gonna have the exact same lot size. Now, right now, we've got a Hillcrest available for just under $450, so $445. So that's kind of what these houses are going for, 2366 square feet and for $445K. Now let's check out the master bedroom. Before we head into the master, you've got your washer and dryer over here. And of course, your primary bedroom. Really nice size, as always, 2366 square feet. Plenty of space, and they use a lot of it here in the bedroom. Now let's check out the bathroom over here. Pretty nice setup. We've got the separate soaking tub, and right over here behind, we've got the primary standing shower. And of course, on this side, we've got the double sink right here. And this kind of like makeup setup, real nice design for this one. Of course, you've got your bathroom right here, or your toilet right here, and a huge walk-in closet. So that's the Chesmar. Now we've got one last critical standard when it comes to biohacking your home, and honestly, my favorite builder in this whole community. So let's check that out. And before I tell you guys the last standard, I want to talk about sick building syndrome. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's just a condition where people develop chronic illnesses and get sick because of poor conditions in buildings and home. Now, when it comes to the most important standard, I want to tell you that 3.8 million people are estimated to die due to causes of poor indoor air quality. Now, this is why this is the most important standard. Now, every single home here in Jubilee puts a major focus on indoor air quality. Now, this home here has a fresh air filtration system, and it's equipped with a MERV 13 air filter that makes the air that much cleaner. And let me tell you how much. It captures 85% of the dust and pollen and more than 90% of smoke, smog, or any tiny particles like that. The air here is supposed to be 75% cleaner from germs compared to the air probably at the home that you're staying at right now. Crazy to even think about. So let's take a look at this house right here though. Okay, let's talk about the builder first. Now we are in a Perry home, honestly one of my favorite builders. We've shown a Perry before, but not this floor plan. Now this is the 3593, and right here we are obviously standing in the foyer. You've got the beautiful winding staircase, and I mean, look at that. Look at that up there, the rotunda up. I mean, this entrance is great, it's crazy. The 3593 is actually 3593 square feet, but this is a little over that. I believe it's 3857 because of the added media room in here. So you guys will see that. I love that touch. I would probably add it in my own too. So let's walk through this way. So we are in the dining room right here, being able to have almost 4,000 square feet. A lot of people don't really get that formal dining room and have to settle for more of a kind of combo. Cutting through here, you've got the pantry on this side, and it comes all the way and flows into the kitchen. And this kitchen is beautiful. I love the tops that they put in here as well. Honestly, the aesthetic of the entire house is pretty cool. I mean, look, I didn't intend to match with it, but this is honestly one of my favorite aesthetics when it comes to a house. Obviously, you can do your own whenever you build it, but really, they've got a lot of options when it comes to building a Perry for sure. Coming into here, as you guys can see, you've got these massive soaring ceilings. When you go upstairs, it cuts through, so it doesn't really cut into the natural lighting that flows through the entire house over here. And so let's show the first secondary bedroom right here. This is the other secondary bedroom that's downstairs, and honestly, you don't really get that many secondary bedrooms downstairs. Most of the times when you buy a house in the 3,000 square foot range, most of your bedrooms are upstairs and the primary bedroom is downstairs. So if you have elderly parents or someone that wants to stay downstairs, a lot of the times our clients are giving up their primary bedrooms to have their parents or people that can't go up the stairs to let them have the downstairs one. So being in here is a huge plus. When you come in here, you'll even see that it's got its own ensuite bathroom as well. So you're not having to share with any of the guests or anything like that. In this floor plan, this is where the garage normally is. In new construction communities, it's converted into an office, as you can see here. But let's head on upstairs. So being up here on the second floor landing, the view of outside is amazing. So depending on where you build your house, you'll be able to see this. Let's go check out the other secondary bedrooms right over here. So on the left side, we've got one right here. Now, Perry, tons of natural lighting, really unique and abstract when you compare it to a lot of the cookie cutter houses. So I love this aspect, even in the secondary bedrooms. Right here, we've got the Jack and Jill bathroom cutting into the other secondary bedroom, both really similar sizes. And like, depending on which kid you put up here, for me, easy to sneak out. Don't put the bad one out here. Don't put the bad one out here. Now we've got another secondary bedroom on this side, right in the middle. This one doesn't have the shared bathroom, so this is more private. You've got a little bit more space in this one. And right over here on the back side, you've got the secondary bathroom. And coming up here, this is what the full game room would look like. Now, again, this was a 3593, but it's been upgraded, which you can also do when you build yours if you want this media room to get almost to 3,900 square feet. But personally, I love to watch me some movies, so I am definitely doing the media room setup because I mean, look at that. This is crazy. All right, now we are in the primary, the best part of the house. Look at this bed, man. This thing is huge. And the artwork, honestly, I love every single piece of art that I've seen, but let's see the bathroom. It's beautiful. I mean, the accents and the way that they've really mapped it out, it's pretty unique. You see that you've got the double sinks, but you have them set aside in two different places. You've got one of the sinks right here with a huge kind of counter space for anything that you need, toiletries, makeup and whatnot. And then you've also got the second sink right here. I mean, if it's a traditional heteronormative setup, this would probably be the guy's sink. Obviously less counter space, you don't need all of it, right? You've got the toilet on this side, and you got the closets over here. This is a big one, right? Nice size. And you got the other closet over here. And you've got the primary shower right here. Huge shower. So let's head on outside, all right? Now the patio is honestly my favorite part. Even though, oh my God, what is it? It's like almost 90 degrees and humid as hell, but I love the outdoor space out here. Now the Perry, it actually has the largest lot size compared to any of the other builders out here. And there's actually only one other builder in this community that has a lot size that's this big. We've actually shown you them before. It's the Weston right over here next to me. Unfortunately, it's not actually ready to be shown, but luckily we actually saw a Weston in our last video over here, so be sure to check that out.